Have you ever reflected on how your actions shape your destiny? The concept of karma, a universal law of cause and effect, teaches us that everything we do, think, and feel returns to us in some form. Karma is not just a belief. It is a spiritual concept that governs the universe and our individual lives. This ancient spiritual wisdom invites us to live with awareness and responsibility, reminding us that every choice has a profound impact, both on our own lives and the world around us. The concept of karma teaches us that every action, every thought we nurture, whether positive or negative, creates an energy that inevitably returns to us. When we understand this dynamic, we begin to see the importance of living according to principles that promote kindness, compassion, and integrity. The central idea of the concept of karma is personal responsibility. Our current reality is the direct result of the choices we made in the past. Similarly, the decisions we make today shape our future. Imagine karma as a vast and fertile field. The seeds we plant, our actions, words, and thoughts grow and transform into the experiences we harvest along our journey. It is a continuous cycle of cause and effect, where nothing goes unnoticed. However, there is an even deeper aspect to this concept that many may not realize. There is an important karma law that the chosen ones must not violate. This law is fundamental to maintaining balance and harmony in our lives and in the universe. So, I need to warn you that if you violate this karma law, you will have serious consequences. Ignoring or disrespecting this law can lead to significant consequences, affecting not only our spiritual well-being, but also our progress and personal growth. So today, you'll discover what the most important law karma is and why it shouldn't be violated. You will learn how to align your actions and intentions with the principles of karma and discover how to avoid common mistakes that can derail your path to living a fuller life. A profound and ancient knowledge that teaches us how we can live in harmony with the universe by respecting the most important karma law. Karma, in its essence, is the universal law of cause and effect. It is a fundamental principle that asserts that all our actions, thoughts, and intentions create an energy that inevitably returns to us. In simple terms, karma can be understood as reaping what you sow. When we sow good actions and positive thoughts, we reap beneficial results. Similarly, negative actions and destructive thoughts return to us in the form of challenges and difficulties. In Buddhism and Hinduism, karma is a central concept that describes the interaction between our actions and the consequences. However, the idea of moral retribution is not exclusive to these traditions. In other religions and philosophies, we find similar concepts. In Christianity, for example, the idea of reaping what you sow deeply resonates with the notion of karma. The belief that all actions are recorded and that we will be judged by them on the day of judgment also reflects this interconnection between cause and effect. The law of cause and effect is the cornerstone of the concept of karma. This universal law establishes that every action generates a corresponding reaction. This applies not only to our physical actions, but also to our thoughts and intentions. Imagine life as a large, serene lake. Every action, thought, or intention we have is like a stone thrown into this lake. The stone creates waves that ripple across the surface, affecting everything around it. In the same way, our actions and thoughts create waves of energy that impact our lives and the universe in ways that we may not be able to see immediately. The law of cause and effect can be observed on three levels: immediate, accumulated, and transcendental. The immediate level involves actions that generate almost instant results. For example, if we treat someone with kindness, we often receive a smile or a friendly gesture in return. If we act with anger, we are likely to face immediate resistance or conflict. The accumulated level is actions and thoughts that accumulate energy over time. For example, practicing meditation regularly may not bring immediate benefits, but over time, it leads to a calmer mind and a state of well-being. Likewise, repeated negative actions may not show their consequences immediately, but eventually lead to unfavorable results. The third level, which is transcendental, is deeper and extends beyond a single life. In traditions that believe in reincarnation, such as Hinduism and Buddhism, the actions of one life can influence experiences in future lives. This is the level where karma becomes a map of our spiritual journey across multiple existences. The law of cause and effect is impartial and applies to everyone equally. No matter who we are or where we are all subject to the same universal rules. This teaches us the importance of personal responsibility. Our choices, big or small, have consequences. Think, for example, of the practice of generosity. When we choose to give without expecting anything in return, we create a positive energy that not only benefits the recipient, but also returns to us in unexpected ways. This energy can manifest itself as an opportunity, a new friendship, or simply a feeling of inner joy and satisfaction. On the other hand, actions based on selfishness or malice also return. Lying or cheating may seem advantageous in the short term, but these actions create an imbalance that will eventually manifest as distrust, loss of credibility, or other challenges. Understanding how karma works in daily life helps us recognize its direct influence on our experiences, relationships, and overall well-being. Imagine starting your day with a generous and helpful attitude. Perhaps you offer your seat on public transportation to someone who looks tired, or you help a colleague with a difficult task without expecting anything in return. These small acts of kindness create a positive energy around you. The immediate impact may be a simple smile or a thank you, but the energy generated by these actions returns to you in deeper ways. You might notice an increase in your own sense of well-being and satisfaction, and this positive energy can attract more beneficial experiences throughout the day. On the other hand, think of a day when you act selfishly or negatively. Perhaps you criticize someone unfairly or act impatiently and rudely. These actions not only create immediate tension, but also generate a negative energy that can affect your mood and the way others interact with you. The return of this energy can manifest as increased conflicts, stress, or feelings of isolation. Each action and thought shapes the quality of our experiences, influencing not only the present moment, but also creating a foundation for the future. In this way, positive actions generate a cycle of well-being and harmony, while negative actions perpetuate a cycle of discomfort and disharmony. So, we can say that when we make choices that promote positivity and harmony, we not only improve our own lives, but also contribute to a more balanced and compassionate environment around us. But maintaining a positive attitude doesn't mean ignoring challenges or difficulties, but rather choosing to respond to them in a constructive and conscious way. When we face difficult situations with patience and wisdom, we are creating positive karma that supports us in times of need. In addition, a positive mindset attracts opportunities and meaningful connections, contributing to a virtuous cycle of personal growth and well-being. Karma also plays a crucial role in our relationships. Our daily interactions with family, friends, colleagues, and even strangers are shaped by the energies we emit. Acts of kindness and respect build trust and strengthen bonds, while selfish and disrespectful attitudes create barriers and mistrust. When we treat others with dignity, respect, and empathy, we are attracting healthy and lasting relationships. While we explore the depth of karma and its manifestations in our daily lives, it is essential to highlight the most important law that the chosen ones must not violate: personal responsibility for one's own karma. This law is fundamental to maintaining the natural balance of the universe and promoting the spiritual growth of each individual. The chosen ones, as conscious and awakened beings, have a special and significant role in the karmic journey. With a deeper understanding of universal laws and increased responsibility, they are positioned to guide and inspire others to follow a path of balance and harmony with karmic laws. At the heart of karma is the premise that each individual must bear the consequences of their own actions, thoughts, and intentions. This universal law emphasizes that, while we can support and help others, we should not take on someone else's karma. The reason for this is profound and rooted in the necessity for each soul to experience and learn from the results of their own choices. Personal responsibility for one's own karma is the foundation of spiritual growth. Every challenge we face, every joy we experience, is an opportunity for learning and evolution. When we try to carry someone else's karma, we interfere with this natural and essential process of learning. The law that determines personal responsibility for one's karma is based on spiritual principles that recognize the unique journey of each soul. We are all here to learn specific lessons that are necessary for our spiritual growth. These lessons are personalized, based on the actions and choices of each individual. Think of karma as a universal educational system. Each action and thought generates a credit or debit in a person's karmic balance. This balance is not a punishment or reward, but a learning tool. Just as a student needs to complete their own work to understand the subject, each of us needs to face the consequences of our own actions in order to grow spiritually. When we take on someone else's karma, we are actually trying to do their work for them. Although this may seem like an act of compassion, it's actually interference that hinders that person's growth and learning. Furthermore, by carrying a karma that doesn't belong to us, we create an imbalance in our own path, diverting us from the lessons we need to learn. Violating the law of personal responsibility for one's own karma can have significant spiritual and emotional consequences. Spiritually, when we try to take on the karma of others, we are ignoring the wisdom of the universe, which distributes experiences and lessons in a fair and balanced way. This can result in a delay in our own spiritual progress, as we are diverting energy and focus from our path to deal with issues that are not ours. Emotionally, carrying someone else's karma can be extremely stressful. It can lead to feelings of overload, exhaustion, and even frustration. Imagine trying to solve all of a friend's problems while still needing to deal with your own challenges. This extra weight can create significant stress and prevent you from dedicating the necessary attention to your own growth and well-being. Also, when we interfere in someone else's karma, we can inadvertently create dependency. Instead of allowing them to face their own lessons and grow from them, we can create a dynamic where they rely on us to solve their problems. This not only hinders their growth, but also locks us into a cycle of continuous responsibility and stress. So, it is essential to understand and establish healthy boundaries. It is essential not only to maintain your own spiritual balance, but also to allow others to learn and grow through their own karmic experiences. Setting healthy boundaries is a practice of self-knowledge and empathy. It's not about being indifferent or uninterested in other people's difficulties, but rather recognizing where our responsibility ends and theirs begins. To establish these boundaries effectively, it's important to communicate our needs clearly and compassionately. We can offer emotional support, advice, or a comforting presence, but we should avoid solving other people's problems in their place. True compassion lies in supporting others while allowing them to carry their own personal responsibilities. We can offer guidance, love, and support, but we must avoid taking for ourselves what does not belong to us. This balance allows everyone to grow and learn as designated by universal wisdom. Understanding and respecting this karma law is fundamental to living in harmony with the universe. When each individual assumes responsibility for their own karma, it creates an environment where spiritual growth and learning are optimized for everyone. And it's on this journey of mutual respect and personal responsibility that we find the true path to enlightenment and inner peace. On the spiritual journey, personal responsibility is a fundamental pillar, as each of us is an active co-creator in shaping our destiny. Accepting that we are the co-creators of our reality empowers us to make conscious choices and walk a path of growth and enlightenment. Personal responsibility in the context of karma implies recognizing that every thought, word, and action we emit contributes to our life. Taking this responsibility is the first step towards changing our reality. When we accept that we are responsible for the consequences of our actions, we become more aware and intentional in our journey. It is like a gardener tending to his garden. He knows that the quality of the plants depends on the care he provides, watering, fertilizing, and weeding. In the same way, taking care of our karma requires constant attention and a commitment to continuous improvement. Every choice we make impacts our karma, and it is our responsibility to nurture these choices to reap the desired fruits. Spiritually, this care translates into daily practices of self-reflection and mindfulness. Reflecting on our actions and their motivations helps us align our behavior with our values. Practices like meditation, prayer, and contemplation are also valuable tools that help us maintain focus and clarity about our purpose and impact. Our personal karma is also interconnected with collective karma. Each individual action contributes to the general state of the world around us. Think, for example, of the actions of great spiritual and humanitarian leaders throughout history. Their individual actions of love, sacrifice, and service created waves of positive change that impacted thousands of lives. Similarly, our daily actions, no matter how small they may seem, also have the potential to influence collective karma. But it's not just what we do that matters, it's also why we do it. The intentions that fuel our actions shape the results we experience. Actions carried out with pure and altruistic intentions tend to generate positive karma, while actions motivated by selfishness or malice generate negative karma. Let's consider a practical example. Two people donate to a charity. The first person donates to gain social recognition and feed their ego, while the second donates genuinely to help those in need. Although the external action is the same, the difference in intentions will generate different types of karma. The first person may encounter challenges that will certainly affect various areas of their life, while the second will likely reap significant spiritual and emotional benefits. This understanding leads us to a practice of greater honesty and internal clarity. When we examine our intentions before acting, we ensure that our actions are aligned with our highest spiritual values. The regular practice of self-reflection and adjusting our intentions strengthens our ability to generate positive karma and live a life of integrity and purpose. Because when we act with intention and care, we not only transform our own lives, but we also contribute to the creation of a more harmonious and compassionate world. The practical application of this knowledge is essential for living in harmony with karmic laws. Cultivating good practices that keep our karma positive is fundamental to ensuring a path of balance and continuous spiritual growth. Kindness and compassion are also essential pillars for maintaining positive karma. Small acts of kindness, like holding the door open for someone or offering a smile, create waves of positive energy Practicing empathy, trying to understand and feel what others are going through, not only improves our karma, but also strengthens our interpersonal relationships. Acting with integrity is another crucial aspect. Our actions should always align with our values and principles. Acting with honesty and ethics not only attracts trust and respect, but also keeps our karma in balance. But that's not all. Meditation and personal reflection are also indispensable practices for maintaining positive karma. The regular practice of meditation calms the mind and allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, helping us identify patterns of behavior and thinking that may generate negative karma. Taking time to reflect on our actions, thoughts, and intentions allows us to adjust our behavior and ensure that we are aligned with our values and principles. And through self-reflection, we also learn to develop patience. Patience helps us recognize that everything happens in its own time and that each experience has something to teach us. Cultivating positive thoughts is equally essential. Practicing the observation of thoughts, directing the mind towards the positive, helps to transform our mindset. When negative thoughts arise, acknowledging them and redirecting our focus to something positive is an exercise that strengthens our ability to maintain an optimistic perspective. Adopting these practices helps us create an internal and external environment of peace, harmony, and spiritual growth. This not only improves our lives, but also prepares us to face challenges with serenity and wisdom. So, I hope that every step you take on your journey is with intention and awareness, strengthening your connection with the universe and your true self, allowing you to live in full harmony and balance. Thank you for embarking on this journey with me. If this video resonated with you, I invite you to like and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with others so they can benefit from this message. And don't forget to leave a comment below sharing your thoughts, reflections, and experiences. Thanks again for watching and for joining me. Take care and see you soon.